Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene apparently wants an attack on Mexico, although she didn't put it in quite those words. President Trump was right, Greene said in a post on Wednesday. We should bomb the cartels because they are an international criminal organization murdering our people by lacing deadly fentanyl from China in drugs they illegally sell across our border to U.S. citizens. Not Mexico or its great people, the cartels. And where would these attacks for which Greene is pushing take place? Mexico, meaning she is pushing for an attack on Mexico? That's how it works. You can't fire a missile into land that is part of another country and then say you weren't actually bombing that country, just something inside of it somehow spiritually separate from it in a way that means anything substantial. Our own federal government is failing our people, and by keeping our borders open, aiding in the cartel's murders of our people, Greene added. These claims are lies. Only in a delusional, paranoia-induced fantasy land are the country's borders open. Under the immigration restrictions tied to the pandemic that the Supreme Court recently upheld, agents already turned away people arriving at the southern border millions of times, including under Biden, and there's no indication the Biden administration would just let everybody in if not for the policy. Representative Adam Kinzinger, Republican Illinois, replied to Greene's nonsensical suggestion that amounts to bombing Mexico, since that's how geography works. This is the kind of tweet you get when you put a morally vacant performance artist in Congress, Kinzinger posted on Wednesday. Attacking Mexico probably isn't the best solution. How do you bomb cartels anyway? Like the cartel training camps? Or the cartel bases? His point is obviously that the practicalities of her suggestion are difficult to understand and fundamentally don't reflect real-world conditions. Other recent highlights of Greene's nonsense include her insistence that Nancy Pelosi somehow bears responsibility for the violence of January 6, even though Donald Trump could have deployed units of the D.C. National Guard seemingly without any involvement by the Speaker. Greene also keeps talking about a supposed invasion taking place over that border with Mexico. Invading our land, destroying our economy, devaluing our dollar, killing our energy, destroying our own critical supplies, enslaving us in debt, harming our children, and castrating our independence while making us pay for it all, eventually won't be tolerated, she said, sounding as though she was prepping some kind of threat. Besides, for all Greene's complaints about the aid the U.S. has provided Ukraine amid its war against the Putin regime, the recently enacted spending bill Greene was also upset over includes $858 billion in funding for the Defense Department for this fiscal year. There is about $45 billion worth of further help for Ukraine in the same bill. It's not like key portions of the government just aren't funded to needed levels because it's going to Ukraine.